Petkenka. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel leelawebdev. In this video, we will try to see the control status. That means what I want to tell you is the classes, the CSS classes, what are being that have been applied to the Angular form. So the control status CSS class. So normally when you are trying to apply the form or something like that, so Angular automatically mirrors many control properties. I will try to show you here. Yeah, Angular automatically mirrors many control properties onto the form control element as the CSS classes. So these all the control properties and all those things for the each form control element will be added as a CSS classes. So using these CSS classes to style form control elements according to the state of the form. So we can use these CSS classes. So we have discussed about the CSS classes. Let's try to understand this one. So I will try to break down the concepts and provide step by step with an example. So normally Angular attaches, so here I will try to tell you, normally what I want to tell you is, normally Angular attaches CSS classes to form elements to indicate their validation and interaction states. These classes make it easy to style form controls conditionally. So normally here are the main CSS classes that Angular adds. First one is the validation state classes. So if you try to understand validation state classes, so here I will try to explain you. So one is the ng valid. So when the form control is valid means then this ng valid will be applied. And another one is ng invalid. So this control will be applied when the form control is invalid. And another one is ng pending. So this control is in the pending state often while asynchronous validation is in the processing. So when asynchronous operations, which we will try to discuss in our upcoming videos. So when you are trying to do asynchronous videos, you will be able to see the ng pending. So that means the validation is still processing. So next one what we have is the interaction classes. So these are all the validation class state classes, and next one is the interaction classes. So now interaction state classes means first one is the ng pristine. So this form control has not been interacted with it. So whenever you have a form control that has not been interacted means you will be having a class that is nothing but ng pristine. So next one is the ng dirty. So ng dirty means the control has been modified by the user. So that means if in form control, if the input element or anything has been modified by the user means then you will be having ng-dirty. And the another one is the ng-untouched. So when the control has not been touched by the user means that is not yet focused or blurred means then we will be having ng-untouched. The last one is the ng-touched. Control has been touched, focused and blurred at least once means then you will be able to see the control has the user has touched it and ng-untouched class will be applied to that control. And the last one is the form. For this class will be applied to only the form. There is nothing but ng-submitted. So applied to the form element once the form has been submitted. So now I will try to show you in the example how these classes and all those things will be applied. So for example, let's say that so this is our form. So this form is nothing but a reactive form. Here you will be able to see all the div class and all those things we are able to see it. So now if you try to see this form, this is a reactive form. So template driven form is also one and the same only. The same classes will be applied to this one. So if you try to see the first time when I try to refresh this page at the first time. So when you try to see for the form, so here you will be able to see the form. I will try to maximize. Yeah. So here this is the form element. This is the total form element. And for this form element, if you are able to see, the form has been applied the classes ng-touched, ng-pristine and also ng-invalid. Why ng-invalid means, so it has some validation rule, so that's why the form enter is an invalid thing. ng-untouched means the form has not been touched. ng-pristine means so the user has not interacted with the form yet. So now the next one is the first form control. For this form control also you will be able to see ng-untouched, ng-pristine and also ng-invalid. So why? Because this one has validations like custom validation and also two required validation and also one min length validation. So that's why we will be able to see ng-invalid has been applied to this one. ng-pristine means we have not yet interacted with this input element. Now the another one which you will be able to see is so this is the thing. So for this one also, role also ng-untouched, ng-pristine, ng-invalid. So for all the form elements you will be able to see the same thing, untouched, pristine and also invalid. So these are the classes that has been applied. So now for example, let's say that I will try to select the form name. So when I try to select the name, so I will select it here. Okay, I have selected it here and I will come back outside. So when I come back outside, you will be able to see for the name field. So here for the name field, it has been touched, it has been invalid, and also it has been pristine. So why? Because we haven't interacted up to now, but it has been touched. Okay, so it has not been ng-pristine, still it is ng-pristine. So that means we haven't interacted anything, we have focused and blurred it. So that means we have just touched it, that's it. So now here you will be able to see that form control has been changed to touch and invalid. So and also if you try to see here, the entire form also has been changed to ng-touched. Why? Because if you touch any one of the element which is inside the form, means automatically the form also will be converted into a touched thing. But remaining form controls, if you try to see, everyone is an untouched only. So this is how you will be able to see. Now what I will try to do is, for the name I will try to change it. So here I have changed this one, and immediately you will be able to see the entire form has been changed to dirty, and also this form control also has been changed to dirty. So that means the pristine has been removed, so it has been changed to dirty, whereas the other form control still ng-untouched, ng-pristine is still there. Why? Because we are only interacting with the name form control and we are not interacting with the role and the skill. So that's why only the form control classes are getting changed by ng-touched and ng-dirty. So now if you want to change it, so if you have entered correctly, means then you will be able to see ng-touched, ng-dirty, and now it has been changed to ng-valid. Still this when the main form is ng-invalid. Why? Because only one form element only it has been changed to valid. Remaining other form control elements also it needs to change it to valid. Then only this entire form also will be changed to valid. Now if I try to enter the role, so this one also will be changed to ng-touched, ng-dirty, and also ng-valid. Now if I try to write it here, this one also will be changed to ng-. So here also the sketch, what I want to say, the skill also is changed to ng-dirty, ng-valid, and also ng-touched. Now if you try to see the form, so now ng-touched, and now the form is also ng-valid. So this is how the classes automatically it will be changing because of the form controls instance and all those things. Now when you try to submit the form, so now here I have submitted the form. Now you will be able to see ng-submitted. This is the class which has been applied only for the form. So if you try to see for each and every form elements, so the ng-submitted class will not be is not added, but only ng-submitted will be added only to the form element. Okay, only for the form element only ng-submitted will be added. So remaining all form controls and all those things we will be having ng-touched or untouched, pristine or dirty, and also valid and invalid. So these are the different control status classes which you will be able to see in the reactive forms. By using these things you can able to write the CSS classes. So now here if you try to observe carefully, so here I have added a green color border and all those things, right? If I remove, it will change into red color, and if I add it, it changes to green color. So how I can able to achieve this one? If you try to see the CSS for this one, so let's go to the CSS. Here I am trying to see when this one is valid. So when it is valid means then I am trying to apply border left like this. So when it has an ng-invalid and it is not a form means then you will be able to see border left like this. So this is how you will be able to apply the CSS class. Based on the CSS classes, you can able to apply the styles for that particular form control elements. So this is what I want to explain you about this one. So in conclusion, what I want to tell you is the Angular form. This is how the Angular form control status classes allows us to style input fields based on their validation and interaction states. By applying conditional styling, you can enhance the form's visual feedback, providing users with a better experience. So this is what I want to explain you, the different status classes that are available in the Angular. Hope you understood about this concept. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel.